Right, so little update. Lauren just dropped Lauren at the baby shower. The weather is roasting. My shoulders are slightly burnt, so here we are. I was going to meet my boy and go to the gym, but he's like 40 minutes away, and I come away with an expired driving license. So yeah, nice one. I'm getting cabs everywhere, but hey, it's no problem. I've got to go back to the shops that we was at yesterday because Lauren doesn't like the jeans that she bought, so I need to return them. And then I'm going to hit up a gym, and then I've got so much content to edit on my phone for socials, so I might just have a chill day, sit down, smash out all the content, and then after that I'm gonna pack a bag, come back here to meet Lauren, and then we're gonna go to Global Village. So probably one of the things I'm like most excited about going to. I've been watching videos the last couple of days, it looks so good. So lots of food, so be prepared for some serious feasts going down. Right, so that was the metro. To be fair, way cheaper than England, obviously. The metro cost me 10 dirham, which is like £2. Train was smooth, it was nice, and you go over the water coming up to the Atlantis as well. So yeah, good little experience. If you want like a different view of like the palm coming in as opposed to just being in the car all the time, that's quite nice. You go over Aquaventure. So I am now gonna whip my kit off, just the top off obviously, and then I'm gonna run back to my hotel, which is like 3k. Obviously it's absolutely cooking, so yeah, and I've got a backpack, so long day, but here we are. Anyway, peace. So I wasn't going to show you, but I feel like I should. But this is the palm, and this is the route I'm going to be running down all the way to the hotel. I've had worse runs, let me tell you that for sure. Anyway, let's get to it. Right, so quick outfit change to meet Lauren. Linen, it's a little bit cooler this evening, still 20 odd degrees, but it's decent. So we are going to hit up Global Village, and I will see you there. Also, standard everywhere we go, Lamborghinis. Right, so because the background noise was so much, I thought I'd just do a little voiceover whilst we go through Global Village. So obviously the aesthetic was unbelievable, like all the I want to say shop fronts, but all the country locations, the front of them was done unbelievably, like it was so cool. So obviously we went through, I think this first one was Q8, and initially I thought that everything inside was going to look based on the country, and that obviously wasn't the case. They did obviously have specific stuff to the country inside obviously the countries that you went into. So obviously here was like the European section, which is like Paris, the bit of Rome, and then Big Ben, but there wasn't much in Europe, if I'm totally honest. Do you want to leave? But obviously each place had its own like things that they sold. There was a lot of things that were very similar in each place. Obviously based being in Dubai, it's obviously going to have things more catered towards them as opposed to the individual countries. But we went into Bahrain as well, which was really cool. And then obviously you can see like obviously the food that they do in each country is tailored to obviously that country. If you've been to America or say like Florida and you've been to Epcot, I would say that if there's like a comparison, the aesthetic on the outside, like for example here Egypt, is insane. Like it is not as good at Epcot as the fronts here. This is obviously Morocco as well, but Epcot, when you go into the countries, so for example when we went into France and Epcot, everybody in there spoke French and they looked French, and it was really weird to go from France, Germany, Sweden and it all be matched to that country, whereas this wasn't the case. However, there is endless food places here and loads of shopping. There was people walking around with shopping trolleys full to the brim of stuff. So obviously if you're there as a tourist, you're not obviously going to get that much stuff, but it was very, very tempting to buy a lot of things. Price wise, everybody was like open to haggle. And then where we went to this bit here, they had a fun fair section, shall we call it, with rides, attractions, games and stuff. It's not the biggest, but it's also nice to break up this going around looking at the same stuff all the time. So I definitely enjoyed this. There was obviously this roller coaster here which went shot backwards, went up and went over. It was called the London Loop. So we didn't actually go on any rides because I feel like it was quite overwhelming with the amount of stuff that we wanted to see.
So I feel like we wanted just to go around everywhere as quickly as, not as quickly as possible, but just make sure we'd seen everything, and then anything that we wanted to do we'd come back to later. So they obviously here had a ghost house thing here. This ride here was something I hadn't seen before, and it actually eventually went upside down, which was pretty crazy, to be fair. I think the ride average prices were between, for English people, was between £6 and £12 a ride, so similar to Winter Wonderland if you've been there. And then obviously the slingshot, I feel like this is like a staple ride at most places, but yeah, looked a lot of fun. And then as we go through, I can't remember what country this was, if I'm totally honest, but they have like all sorts of ice cream, smoothies, and to be fair, like I think we got coconut water from here, which was really nice as well. I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, this might be Thailand. Yeah, it was, because I remember taking this video thinking to myself, oh, this is really nice coconut water, let me put it in the vlog. So yeah, it was good. And then obviously you have loads of different clothes shops, obviously bags. This one made me laugh, it said Padra instead of Prada, so yeah, if you want that and you want to rock that, crack on. And then this is obviously all the food places. You can get your nails done there, which was pretty mad. And then they had like a little Squid Game food place here, and then loads of Chinese, sort of Asian, I shouldn't say Chinese, Asian food. This thing we didn't really know too much about at the Planet Expo thing. It was like a weird, I think it was like a VR/4D cinema thing you could go and do. And then the next place we went to was this mini donuts place in Mexico. But I think the Mexico section was inside America, if I remember rightly. You can get like flame toasted marshmallows with ice cream. We went with this 6-pack of donuts, so that was obviously very nice. The only thing that was a little bit of a letdown regarding the donuts was I didn't see them make them before I paid for it, and they weren't fried. They were used on one of them donut machines, so it wasn't like your typical crispy donuts. So we went with a Biscoff and white chocolate, and then we went with a caramel, an Oreo, I think it was. But to be fair, it was really nice. I enjoyed it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is let you watch this being prepared, and I will hit you up with my food review.
Ooh. Will you feed me one?
I didn't realise they weren't fried. I don't think they're going to be very good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the caramel and Oreo. So we got caramel.
They weren't fried. Otherwise I wouldn't have got
Caramel and Oreo. We got a Biscoff with extra Biscoff. Wow, the Biscoff one felt good.
So that was the donuts done, and now we are going into what was the America section, which was a bit weird because I don't think there was much in here that was American, if I'm totally honest. Like they just had some like retro fashion shops with some old school racing jackets. They had like a few sneaker shops, weird little ornaments, like Christmassy ornaments. What else was in here? Yeah, and obviously some moody clothing, which I don't really feel like if you was American you'd be overly happy with going in. If you went in here and you was American, I feel like you'd be a little bit let down. I also think that the aesthetic on the outside of America wasn't the best. And then you have Afghanistan here, and then this was like a little road bit which was called Road to Asia. So you could go through this bit, there was all markets either side, and then you could look at what was left and right. And then straight away, as I was saying before, like a lot of this was very much same. Unbelievable amounts of aftershave. If you're in the market for a new perfume or a new aftershave, you will get absolutely hounded. Spray this. I think I had about 15 different aftershaves on my hands, on my arms, 10 different testers. And then yeah, so we stopped off at this place here for the cheese wheel pasta. So I will let you see what you think of it. It was in like a cheese wheel thing, so I personally am like coming, it just sounds weird, but I'm only just getting into cheese pasta. So yeah, this is my review.
Very good.
Right, and we are back with, look at the size of this. Like China's one was crazy, and obviously if you look in comparison to the people, like the size of it, this one was really well done. Like the inside of it made you feel like you was in China. The architecture was very good, the shops were great. Obviously you've got like your typical moody clothing, but you also had like bubble tea and anime stuff, like lots of like collectible figures. You can obviously get this Buns from Home place, which was like loads of desserts and stuff as well. So as I was saying before, like a great place to go if you're hungry when you're in Dubai. Like if you don't eat breakfast and lunch like me and you save yourself for here, I promise you, you will not be going home hungry. I literally feel like I ate as much as I could and I really couldn't fit much more else in. The only thing, I don't know if I say it in the end of the video, but I'll say it now, is a lot of stuff food-wise does shut a little bit earlier than when the park actually closes. So if you're thinking about going back somewhere, then I would definitely get your food in early and don't leave anything for like, say, the last half an hour, because likely it'll be shut, because we walked around for ages trying to get ice cream at the end and everywhere was shut. So this was like a little, kind of like a little mini mart place with like all the different foods and stuff. So they had like a croffle and crone, which looked really nice. And the thing is, you see things and you instantly want to eat them. You're like, oh yeah, let me get this. But because there is so much, I was thankful that I waited, and here we are, French toast. So I'll tell you my review.
Right, here we go. That is unbelievable. It's got cinnamon, caramel, the bread's really crunchy and soft. It's got like a Biscoff, kind of like a caramel and Biscoff, maple syrup. So if you like maple syrup and caramel, this is for you. This is something special. It's heavy though, I will say that, very heavy. Oh, so good.
Right, so this is I'm pretty sure this was the Afghanistan section. It was quite funny, like the guy that was selling the fur coats at the end called me Justin Bieber, no idea why, but it was quite funny. You can get really nice fur coats in here, you can get like rugs, you can get like tea, literally honestly the options are endless, and you can obviously see why people go around with a shopping trolley. So yeah, we headed out of there. That one wasn't actually the biggest, but this is obviously what it looks like on the outside. And obviously, like I just, as I emphasize in pretty much every single clip now, is how good they all look. Like this is obviously Japan. We were really excited to come here. However, the negative, it was a lot of toys, which obviously I know people in Japan like love toys and things like that, and it's like quite a cool place to get things like that, but there wasn't really like Japanese themed toys, if that makes sense, like Pop Marts and things like that. There wasn't any of that there, so it was a little bit disappointing from my personal opinion on that. There was a little show going on as well, with like some dancers, and obviously they had like trainers and stuff there. So as you can see, like as we get further into the video, it is quite same in all of them. Like they all sell like sunglasses, clothes, but then the main thing is like the food option is based on that country. So I guess if you're a foodie, then obviously it's great. This place smelled divine. It was steak and butter. Oh, also this place, so Danger Zone, it's a stunt show. There was no signage about it when you walked in. There was nothing online that told you about it. The Global Village app didn't really work for me when I was there, and I'm a little bit annoyed because I felt like I would have loved to watch this. It looked really good. The atmosphere was great. Obviously this guy does some mad dive off the top of there into a swimming pool. Managed to catch the clip on the outside, and they were fine with you filming it, to be fair, on the outside, but we literally caught the end of the show, and it's only on at certain times in the day. So maybe try and find out what times it's on and make sure to plan around that, because I feel like it's something you definitely want to see. Sorry. And then another food little I would call this a food strip. This is like towards the back area of Global Village. You've got shawarma, I probably butchered that, and then there's like churros, all like different bits and bobs from what they got. And then there is loads of these mango places around, and yeah, mango juice here is like varies between £9 and £12, so just be cautious of where you get it from, because a lot of places, as I said to you before, also the same stuff, but you just need to make sure that you are kind of locked in with what you want and haggle your way around the park, technically, if you want to call it a park. And then this bit here was like the festival village, which was really cool. So left and right of you for a whole little strip was multiple different food options from all around the world, and you're better off walking down it one side, looking at all the food options, doing a U-turn, coming back and walking all the way up and looking at all the ones on the other side, instead of going left, right, left, right, left, right. And then when you get back to the beginning, decide, okay, right, these were the two places we might want to grab something from. I would also try, and if your partner or whoever you're with has a similar palate to you, pick stuff you can share, because if you're getting one thing each, it's going to be pricey, and two, you're going to get full quickly. So it's probably a lot easier to say, right, let's both get this, we'll share this, we'll share a bit of that, we'll share a bit of this. So yeah, as I said to you before, like, be selective with what you choose, because as you can tell from this vlog, like, there is so much options. Like, I really should have got this, but the only thing that's put me off was it was saying like spicy sauce or something, and I was just a bit like, do I really fancy having like spicy food at this stage when we was walking around Global Village? So I was just like, oh, maybe not, like maybe I'll come back to it. And then at the end of the park I saw it and I was like, oh, maybe I feel like I should have got it. But yeah, that was kind of the walkthrough of this area here, and this is the Viral Dip It Burgers. So it's like a little tray, and you have your burger, you have like a sauce, and then you have like a seasoning. So like you can get like the burger with barbecue, and then you can dip it in crispy onion at the end. No different variations, but it looks really good. Typical Turkish ice cream man was doing the thing where he teases you with the ice cream. Anyway,
So
this was viral, so I'll show you what I thought.
Did you say it's really hot? Very hot. Could have done with a lot more cheese. Average. I'm giving it a 4. Yeah. This place here. Maybe you might have a different experience, but I'm not gonna go that. I feel like I'm a stiff judge for this because I love pizza as well, so.
Right, so this place is quite popular when you watch it on TikTok or any social media app. It's called the Floating Market. So this is technically loads of little pop-up restaurants on the water, and it's mainly Asian cuisine, if I remember rightly. So you've got like a little coconut stand, you get coconut sorbet, ice cream, desserts, coconut water, and you've got obviously all the different kitchens. I might be incorrect. No, I'm definitely sure it was all Asian cuisine. You get Wagyu burgers here, which did look really good.
Truffle Wagyu.
Except we were saving ourselves for another burger spot that we saw earlier in the day.
Wagyu's the best beef.
So we decided to go back there, which you will see later in the vlog. And then obviously, as I said to you before, look, we're back again. Mango.
Oh, look, you can get a mixture of strawberry and mango.
So yeah, if you like mango, you're in for a great treat. And then behind in the background you can see like a dragon in the water that's lighting up. There is actually a show, like a water/LED show. We didn't hang around to watch it because I feel like we had so much to get through. But this is the burger place that we decided.
So we have just picked up from Mr. B's. Comes with a little bit of chips. We had the burger cut in half, and we went with the double, whatever it was, a double. What was it? I'm videoing over there. Videoing that fella. Useless. Right. Wow, this actually looks good. Right. I've had a lot of smash burgers. The bun's really nice.
Very soft.
If you've been to London, the burger tastes like Supernova, but the bun is so much better. I'm going to give that 8.5.
This is a good sign for where we're.
So, to end the feast, oh, bloody hell, I've got a pecan and caramel cookie. Looks a bit dry, but we will see. And we've got look at that, red velvet cake. I'm going to turn this light off because it's going to be, oh, I know it's got brighter. What is going on? Anyway. Wow. It's actually surprisingly good. It looked really dry, but it's not. It's actually lovely. I'm still going to give it a 6.5, even though it's lovely. There's a very high bar. The confetti cake at Florida is still unbelievable.
Oh, that was really good.
Oh, that was top tier.
Is that the one that was in Toy Story Land or something?
Yeah, it was when you went to the toilet and I just found
Toy
this.
Story Land, right?
Yeah, you went in the toilet and I thought, oh, what's this little shop here? Let me just have a look. They made it. They said that someone commented on my TikTok video saying that.
Wasn't it a Smarties cookie?
No, it's like a confetti one, so it was like birthday cake. But somebody commented on my TikTok video of it saying that they made that flavour, that they created it, and I was thinking, yeah, right. Anyway, see you later.